Alrighty, let's get after it. 4/22/2025, 4:40 p.m. Hope you guys, well, for those, if anyone who listened, enjoyed the little hockey episode we had. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. We'll try to talk more hockey. I know some people have reached out to me saying that they enjoy the sport. Kyle does follow it more than I had thought, so that's okay. It was so cool to have Joey on, or Joe Bob on. And yeah, it was awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed. And let's we got the NFL draft coming up. 2 days we have the first round. Ryan Poles comes out and says that this is going to be an interesting one. So I hope he means interesting in a good way and not interesting in like we're going to trade this pick away.
Oof.
I mean, it really depends on the way I'll feel about it if they even trade away. Again, this is just like pure speculation. This is like not gospel. Don't take this as gospel. If they traded away, I would just hope that like Tyler Warren, Will Campbell, and Ashton Genty are gone. Like the big three that like we could really like get. Like if they're all gone by the time our pick comes, then I wouldn't be really that upset if we trade away the 10th pick.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
But if those guys are available,
which is probably what they're anticipating.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, apparently there's reports now coming out too that, you know, there's people inside Hallis Hall that are like really wanting Genty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's got to be because of Ben Johnson effect and what he wants, like the kind of offense he runs.
And the Bears are really good at drafting running backs.
Yes.
Especially if we took one this high and like this one that's this good.
That's what I'm saying. Cause like,
and then we don't have to pay Swift in a year or two.
Yeah.
Like you got a guy fresh for 4 solid years.
We could even ship him off now. Probably. I know they were talking about a trade with the Jets because Aaron Glenn is really like wanting like a run heavy offense. I mean, there's just been rumors getting thrown around. Again,
I'll take who was their second string guy? Their God damn it. I gotta look it up because it's gonna bother me. I want to say Braylon Allen. Is that it?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it sounded right, and then I was like, wait a sec. I started double thinking myself there. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hate getting him.
The Bears have always been good at like really good at drafting running backs, especially in later rounds. Like it's where most of our top running backs have come is like in later rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Genty would be nice, but if he's not there, I'm not going to be upset. I'll just say that. Like
yeah,
what's up?
Yeah, I mean he's not. See, I'm in the boat, and I don't know a lot of people. No one has talked about him, and obviously he's not even projected to even go. I don't think he's projected to even go in the first round. I wouldn't mind if we don't get Genty, if we just go and get Cam Scadaboo late in the, like maybe late. Well, what's our pick in the second round?
I honestly don't remember.
I want to say we might be kind of high in the second round too. But if we wait until later on and go and get Scadaboo, I'd be fine with that. I am behind that guy. I think the guy's a fucking dog.
I hate him.
I know you do. I know you do, but I think that guy's an absolute. He's a football guy.
He is.
He put that team on his back. He single-handedly is the reason that Arizona was what they were.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree.
And there are other really good running backs in this draft, like
100%. I mean,
for sure.
Obviously with Travis Hunter and Shedeur and Cam Ward, that's kind of like all the talk of the draft right now.
Pretty much.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, if we don't get Genty, yeah, it is what it is.
But again, I mean, even if Tyler Warren's there, he's obviously speculated to be like a generational tight end talent. I would take that too.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind drafting another tight end again there behind Cole Kmet because as Cole Kmet gets up there in age again, you still have a fresh guy
He still has like 3 years on his contract though, 2 or 3,
which is fine though. I mean,
but the problem is
use,
scheme Kmet in more. That's again, I've talked about this before. I'm not going to talk about this that much because again, we talked about it so much during the regular season. I really just hope this offense schemes him in more.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we've talked about the stat. When he has 5 or more catches in a game, the Bears are 8-0.
Yeah, well, that would be the perks, I guess, of drafting another tight. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's all going to depend on how Ben Johnson runs our offense.
100%. I mean, and again, these are all just speculations.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you draft another tight end, you get the You get the rookie in there to block.
Yeah.
Scheme Cole Kmet to get out and get catches more.
It'd be like an Aaron Hernandez, Rob Gronkowski thing.
Yeah.
Just take two.
I mean, legit.
I mean, that was different because they took them both in the same draft.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, just having two elite tight end. I mean, we saw how well that worked out for the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, Cole Kmet could teach him how to block.
Cole Kmet's an awesome blocker.
I know, and that's another reason why I think that it wouldn't be terrible to get a Tyler Warren would, you get a guy like Cole Kmet who's great at blocking and obviously has improved his pass catching by a lot and holding on to the ball after he catches it. Have him teach the young guy, and then also if you need Cole Kmet to block, you let him block and you let the young guy go out because we know Tyler Warren is fucking good.
He's very good.
So
I know Colts fans are really praying that he falls to them.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, they need a tight end.
Yeah, they need a tight end bad.
Why they never utilized Jelani Woods is beyond me, but they had like a 6'7" tight end. Guy was fucking massive, and he actually was really good. I think he was
Cox's game once a year just isn't going to cut it.
Yeah.
When he has like 100+ receiving yards, and touchdowns once a year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, running back wise, man, I forgot. I'm like looking at I guess this is player rankings. I don't know who this is from, some bullshit website, but that doesn't mean anything to me. But between like Genty, Trayvon Henderson will probably go pretty high.
Yes, I know.
Quinshon Judkins, Cam Scadaboo. I like Cam Scadaboo on here is ranked 7th. But something about him, I don't know what it is. I just really, really fucking like him. He's just, like I said, he's a dog. He reminds me of CMC. He just like the way he runs. Like, he reminds me a lot of CMC, and he can catch out of the backfield as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's just kind of got that, and he's just like, he was in every single fucking play. I mean, he was, remember that game versus Texas, he was over throwing up on the sidelines because he literally was in like every single play, running 40 yards here, 50 yards here, catching 20 yards, catching another 15. Like,
yeah, that game was
nuts.
That game was crazy. I remember I caught the end of it at like Culinary Misfits, the first time I'd ever been there. I mean, super unrelated, but yeah, I like went to Culinary Misfits and like seen the game was on. I'm like, oh, nice. I'm just like watching. I'm like, when is this game gonna end?
Yeah.
How many times is this kicker gonna miss?
Yeah.
Like the coach goes up to him, talks to him, lock in. He's like locked in, misses.
Yeah.
It's like, jeez.
Yeah, that was,
this guy stinks.
Yeah, that was bad for them. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess
we'll see.
See what the Bears do. I did see another thing today. Actually, someone kind of, I think it was oh my god, like anonymous source. They didn't like quote who said it, but one of the teams said that they were talking about like Cam Ward and shit, and they're like, we're really not now it's coming out. They're like, we're not interested in any of the quarterbacks. They're like, Cam Ward is a 7th ranked quarterback in last year's draft.
I'm like, yeah.
I
I don't disagree, but I'm trying to find something. It was NFL notifications, I believe it was, that apparently had said, I'm just going to find it because it was like really, really stupid.
I'm interested to hear what this
Yeah,
is.
I know. You're going to love it.
NFL notifications. That's the bullshit page?
Yes, one of those pages.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm looking. Give me a second, guys. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to find it now. I guarantee you, but I'm pretty sure it was him, and he had said that the a source had leaked to him that the Titans have already told Cam Ward that they're taking him with the first pick.
I mean, I take all that with a grain of salt. I mean,
that's also just not true. I mean, teams aren't gonna. People aren't gonna go out and be like, dude, they already told him that he's gonna be the first pick.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Pretty
could
much.
very well be that he does end up being the first pick, but I doubt anyone is coming out and saying that he's going to. I had also seen something from a similar page like that. I don't remember. I thought it was, it actually might be NFL rumors. Let me see. It might be that one.
That would make more sense. Yeah, that's...
Yes, that sounds right now. Let me find it. Again, it's just another one of those garbage pages.
Yeah.
Who had said that there were teams calling the Giants and the Browns and wanting to trade for their picks.
Why would
But now I'm not seeing it.
I doubt that. That ain't gonna happen.
No, definitely not. And then another thing. Several NFL teams have contacted the Titans over QB Will Levis.
Ooh, they got wow. Yes. I mean, I'm sure someone would love a decent backup.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be a starter anywhere he goes.
No, definitely not. He's going to be like a journeyman around the league, 100%.
Wow, I'm actually kind of shocked by that, but they got the Jags. I'm looking at Eric Edholm Eric Edholm's 2025 mock draft. It says 3.0. And as of right now, they got Jacksonville Jaguars taking Genty at 5. Vegas picking Mason Graham. Jets taking Armand Membu. Panthers taking Jalen Walker. The Saints taking Shadur Sanders at 9. And the Bears taking Tyler Warren at 10.
The Saints are now actually in like a weird spot. They're kind of QB needy now.
Yeah.
Because Derek Carr's probably not playing this year.
Yeah.
Because of the shoulder injury.
Which I don't think they're going to be
it just sucks because
any better or worse
no,
with
I
or
mean,
without him.
Their cap hit.
Their cap has been fucked for like 3 or 4 years now. Like it's been really bad for multiple years. Their salary cap has been. I think last year they were over the cap by like $65 million or something. It was something ridiculous.
And it makes no sense how they just move money around to like make it work.
Yeah,
it makes no sense. I mean, there should just be like a luxury tax.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I think. Like how baseball does it.
Yeah.
I think that's how it should be. Just like,
and that's why the Dodgers do what they do because they're just 5 billionaires. Just like, yeah, sure.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
it's just a collective of billionaires.
And then, what's that douchebag's name that owns the Mets? Did the same thing. He's like, yeah, I'll just get Juan Soto the biggest contract of all time and just fuck it. I'll pay the luxury tax. I'm like one of the richest. I think he's like the top. He might be the richest owner in baseball.
No, I think he is. I can't remember his name. We got to look it up now because it's going to bother me.
Steve Cohen.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe he's the richest owner in baseball. If not, he's like top 2,
I just want to see
3.
Where do you get his money from?
He is
a hedge fund manager.
I was going to say he's a hedge fund manager, yeah. So he's loaded.
Let's see what this idiot looks like. He just looks like a thumb.
Yeah, he looks like a fool that goes, he just looks like a fucking nerd. Yeah. He's like, I don't really know baseball, but people say he's the best player in the league, so I'm going to give him the most money ever.
Yeah.
Look at guys, I really love baseball.
In all reality, though, I do think that's kind of how owners should be. They're just like, you know what? Even if I'm not the biggest ball guy, I hire people to know ball, and
that is the truth.
The checks.
That is absolutely the truth. That is their job, to hire people that know ball.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily
That's why you
need
have
to,
a front office.
Yeah. But how are you supposed to be the judge of people who know ball if you don't know ball? That's where kind of you look at, like, say the
really,
Chicago
really
Bears.
Point. That's a really good point. That's actually a phenomenal point.
Yeah, the Chicago Bears basically sum that
up. You got to get like one
nutshell.
ball knower in, like, in the room. Yeah, honestly, just like hire like dudes like us, you know, dudes that just like play Madden and play like the show and stuff like that, and like really just like love these sports.
Yeah.
Someone from Reddit, just go on Reddit and be like, go like in a subreddit for one, like, you know, like say like the White Sox subreddit.
Yeah.
Just like look for the guy who posts the most and be like, hey, you want a job?
It's not a bad idea, but then you might get someone like that shy socks Mike Mike fan socks something. That guy's a fucking tool. I can't stand.
He
that
is
dude.
Really annoying.
He has some shit ass takes. It pisses me off. And I don't follow him. It's just shit that shows up.
Agreed.
But I'm like, God, I can't stand when this guy says something.
I'm trying to find. I'm kind of moving on football with this next one. So if you have more football, go ahead.
Nothing crazy major, but Eagles agreed to terms with their center Cam Jurgens.
I did see that.
4 years, $68 million. That's massive. That's a massive contract.
Who is the new guy that? Oh, Shams Charania.
Shams Charania? Yeah, the NFL or NBA.
Like Adam Schefter, Ian Rapp. He's took over the Woj bomb.
Yeah.
So did you see that the NBA is fining Anthony Edwards for what he said to Lakers fans?
I didn't see that they were fining him, but I did see Anthony Edwards talking shit to that guy, saying, "We worth $200 million. We worth $200 million." And then I think it was Rudy Gobert was like, nah, 300. And he's like, yeah, we were 300. And then he grabs his junk and says, my dick's bigger than yours.
Yeah. Well, for that comment, they are fining him $50,000.
That's crazy.
That is
Also,
nothing to Anthony Edwards.
What a crazy thing to say to somebody.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's just. I'm sure it's just like in a moment like that, though, people say some pretty silly stuff. Like, and I'm saying silly, and like it truly is like just stupid stuff that people say because like one of the most iconic videos, the bowler guy, he's like, "Who do you think you are?"
Oh, Pete Weber, dude.
Yeah,
fucking Pete Weber.
Yeah, but like people say like it happens like with everyone.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah, they just say like stupid stuff when they're like.
And it was a 12-year-old that was chirping him when he did that too. He did it because of a 12-year-old.
People just like when they're animated like that, they just like say whatever. Their mind just like goes like on its own. It's pretty funny.
It is true that does happen. I could see how you just talking shit in the moment, so you just say like whatever comes to the top of your head. But it is kind of funny to think like that kind of just shows like you're not a good shit talker. You just immediately judge. He's just like, my dick's bigger than yours.
I heard,
and there's no comeback for that because the guy in the audience is sitting there like, "What the fuck are you talking?"
I did hear that like Anthony Edwards actually is like one of the biggest. Like he is one of like those guys that like will really like get like.
You needed to say that faster because the way you were going into that, you're like Anthony Edwards, I've heard is actually
super
the biggest. I'm like, what the fuck are you about to say? And what forums are you reading?
No, but he's like someone that like really just like gets in like people's like heads, like plays mind games with people.
Yeah,
because he just sits there and just chirps and chirps, like whispers in their ear and just like says stuff, and then it's like.
My dick's bigger than yours.
People like,
that's all he says to everybody.
If you've ever seen the movie, there's actually an Adam Sandler movie that Anthony Edwards is in. It's about this Spanish basketball player. I need to find it now.
Couldn't even think of the movie. Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, it's like based on a true story because it's like Adam Sandler's like this this NBA like agent who they're like, dude, you have like one shot to find like a star. Yeah, Hustle. It's actually really good. Anthony Edwards is in it, and he is like such a shithead in the movie. I'm like, dude, oh my god, like I hate him in the movie.
Yeah.
He plays Bo Cruz. Bo Cruz was a real like true story. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's like a solid movie. You should actually watch it. It's not like your typical Adam Sandler movie. It's actually like a serious role.
Yeah, he's got a couple of those in recent years. There's one that I always hear about that I want to watch. That
Uncut
would be
Gems?
Yeah,
I haven't watched that either, but I heard it's really good.
Yeah, I've heard it like will make you like want to like it like makes you sick to your stomach because of like the gambling in it and shit. And I'm like, as someone who loves gambling, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to watch that. I need to see what that's about.
Make myself so uncomfortable.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the NBA playoffs have been pretty good so far.
I've seen Nico Harrison was like,
oh my god, that too.
Like thrown to the wolves. Like you see the reporters like, do you have like a reason why you shouldn't be fired?
Yeah, they're like fans are chanting to fire you at games. Like, yeah, what's your reasoning? You're just like
defense wins championships. It's like,
oh
my god.
But that, and he's like, yeah, he's like, we were good last year, and we figured with having I don't know, whoever the fuck, I can't think of anyone on their team right now. I'm drawing a blank. Would having so and so and so and so and Anthony Davis out there that we'd be good and actually have a chance to make it this year, like all the way. I'm like, dude, just stop. Do you see Charles Barkley and fucking Shaq? They were dragging his ass over the coals. Charles Barkley's like, I'm his friend. He's like, Nico, I'm his friend. He's like, but you gotta stop doing press conferences, man. He's like, you can't be talking like this out there. He's like, stop doing press conferences,
dude.
Just keep your mouth shut.
So bad. Like I'm honestly getting to the point where I'm starting to feel bad for this guy. Like people want him dead.
I mean, that shit's ridiculous. I mean,
I was like. Figuratively dead. I'm sure there are people who have been sending him death threats.
And in the same thing, he came and made a comment about how Dirk Nowitzki is the best player. Like how did he word it? Like Dirk Nowitzki is the greatest player this team's ever had. And
he does truly keep saying stupid stuff. Like Luka even came out and said, "It's like I don't know why he keeps talking, like mentioning my name. I don't say anything about him. I don't say anything about him."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's
Anthony Davis too. Real quick, shout out to him. That guy like left it all out there on the court. I mean, he was obviously like limping off.
yeah, he left
You
all
see-
his ligaments and shit
Yeah.
on the court.
He dropped the 40 piece though.
Dude, he's fucking good. He's just hurt.
Yeah, and
He's
I mean
just
he's old. I
always
mean he's like
hurt. Yeah.
late 30s now.
Yeah, I mean, truly, I mean, everyone has said it, and we've said it too. Like, it's a dumbest move of all time by like one of the dumbest moves of all time by any
100%.
team.
Oh, 100%.
Truly, which
No
is why
doubt.
this guy, like, there's no, if they don't, I would say next year's his last year there.
I would really hope this year.
I mean, yeah, you would think, but I would imagine
this
that
guy
like
lost-
Mavs ownership's gonna give him at least another year. And be
This
like,
I would have never hired him in the first place after finding out
well,
that he like fumbled Stephen Curry for Nike.
what?
You never heard that story?
No.
So Stephen Curry was, before he signed his shoe deal with Under Armour, he had went Nike. He was like gonna sign with Nike. Like he's come out and said this, and he went to like the meeting, and they're like pulling up a PowerPoint. Nico Harrison was the guy leading this team at Nike at the time. They pulled up the PowerPoint, and just before Stephen Curry, they had given a presentation to KD.
Mm-hmm.
They showed the exact same PowerPoint that they showed KD to Stephen Curry. They like KD's name was still on it and everything. Like they didn't change the name or anything. So Stephen Curry's like, okay. He's like, so I'm like extremely insulted. He's like, I'm going to sign with Under Armour. I'm surprised you never heard that story.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, yeah. So this guy's just an all around dipshit.
100%.
Just total shit for brains.
Should have never been hired. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm firing the guy that hired him.
Yeah, probably at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't. And it's just funny because it's all like, no matter what, it's egg on your face because you let him make this move. He basically blows your team up in a sense.
Makes you
And
the
then you
laughing stock of the NBA.
Yeah, and then you fire him, and now you don't have a GM.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know. Dude, they're in a awful situation now.
Yeah, like now, yeah, because it's like now you're stuck with AD. You're stuck in the position you're in already, and it's like, all right, let's fire the GM too. It's like, well, okay, so now we're basically gonna have to just do another rebuild, and we're not gonna be good for another 2-3 years, 4 years maybe.
Trade away Kyrie, trade away AD.
Yeah, like dude,
blow it up.
Exactly.
Blow it up.
Exactly. So that'd be a nightmare situation for them. But
Who got smoked the other day by OKC? I mean, actually, there's been like
there was a couple
two
games.
blowouts, right?
Yeah, the Thunder smoked the fucking Grizzlies, rightfully so. They're probably gonna sweep them, if I had to guess.
Good job, by 30, right?
51.
Oh god.
Yeah, they were up 30 points when I turned it on in the fucking end of the first quarter or something, or maybe it was the second quarter. It was like 51-22. I was like, Jesus Christ.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. That same night, this Sunday, Celtics beat the Magic 103-86. Cavs took down the Heat 121-100. And Golden State beat the Rockets 95-85. That is a series that I think is really good. I think the Warriors are going to actually eke out the Rockets.
Yeah, and considering that they're like the geriatric team, like they're all old.
Yeah, I mean
their biggest guys are old. I mean,
yeah, lot of experience, and the Rockets don't have the experience, but they are a really good team.
Yes.
But I think Golden State's going to make a decent push to get through them at least. I mean, I think what they would end up playing the Lakers if both teams make it through, and I would imagine that's what the NBA ideally would want.
they would probably love that, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that'd be nuts.
Yeah.
And then I also watched the Knicks and Pistons game last night. The Pistons met the Knicks were up 1-0 on them in the series, and then just didn't show up at all last night. It was actually awful. I'm going to look up how many fucking three-pointers they shot because it was crazy, dude, the entire beginning of the game. Yeah, the Knicks went 10 for 35 on threes.
Dude, Steph Curry ruined the league, dude.
He did. The Pistons also went 6 for 27 on threes. I was watching, I'm like, this is why I can't watch basketball.
Just a brick
This
fest.
is just bad teams.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, the Knicks, I know a lot of people are saying this year that, like, they looked really good, but then they'd shit the bed against good teams. And then, that's why I kind of thought they were going to walk through the Pistons, but apparently it's going to end up being a decent series now. Cade Cunningham is fucking so good. It's good to see him, because I know this guy that I used to work with, before he got fired and put his hands on the boss. he he was super high on Cade Cunningham, so he like told me all about him like last year and a little bit before that. He's like, dude, he's so fucking good and this and that. And then obviously the Pistons had like the second worst record ever in NBA history last year. I mean, it was insane. And he's like, man, it's such a shame. Like, he's so fucking good. Like, this team can be good. Like, they have a decent amount of good young pieces. They just got to get it together. And then obviously they made the playoffs this year. And like Cade Cunningham is at least getting some like airtime.
Yeah.
And people are seeing, like, he dropped 33 last night on him. He was playing out of his mind. And then man, another good one, Clippers and Nuggets. That series.
Dude, I saw that. I mean, we had like vintage Russell Westbrook the other night.
Was yesterday's game, or you talking about
Game one?
Game one.
Game one.
Yeah, game one. He went off, didn't he?
Yeah. That game was like, I was watching the highlights from that. I'm like, this is nuts.
I guess he didn't really go off. He just played really. I mean, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2.
I'm talking about like at the end of the game. Then is like what I mean, like that. He like just went in corner 3.
Yeah,
it was.
Oh, I'd seen the clip.
It was
of that,
hype.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. I'm like, everyone's like, whoa, vintage Brody. That's what it looks like. I'm like, nice. I'm like, I used to like Russell Westbrook was one of my favorite players back when he was in OKC.
Yeah,
I mean, Russell Westbrook was awesome. I mean, when you're averaging a triple-double, people have their problems with it just because, like, well, he's a ball hog. I'm like, well, at that point in time, OKC was not that great, and he was the best player on that team, arguably one of the best in the league.
Well, wasn't KD on that team with him?
Yeah, but then that was after. It was actually him, James Harden, and
That's
KD.
right, yeah.
And Serge Ibaka.
Oh, yeah, Serge, I block you.
Yeah.
That's what AJ calls him. It cracks me up every time, dude.
And that team got blown up. And the only person left was Russell Westbrook. Because KD went to Golden State. James Harden went to Houston. I think Ibaka was there for like one or two more years. Then he got shipped off.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was just Russell Westbrook who left.
Bummer.
Yeah, it was like, and it was like, the problem was like this team was all before like their prime started. Like they were all like came into the league together basically at the same time. Everyone was like, dude, you just wait like 3 more years with that like squad. That's unstoppable.
It'd kind of be like blowing up OKC right now.
Yeah,
because OKC's fucking
they're a wagon,
good, dude.
And they're all super young.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a problem for them though, getting deeper into these playoff rounds.
Maybe, yep, that is true. Because I hate Chet Holmgren though. And
really?
I hate.
Why he gets a lot of hate. That's another dude that guy was always telling me about.
The only reason why I hate him, I'm like, I don't actually hate like his game.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the way he looks.
Yeah, he's
just like, I just hate his face.
He looks like a character off of like Ed, and Eddie or something.
Yes, dude, he's so ugly. And like, I always see that ad when he's like walking up like through the tunnel. He's holding like the Wingstop bag, and he's like wearing like ridiculous clothing.
Yeah,
where I'm like, I'm sure like on someone normal height and normal build who isn't like a lanky 7'2" basketball player, he'd probably look somewhat better on. But I'm like, dude, you just look so stupid.
Yeah, I mean, that's my opinion pretty much on most of those guys, the way they dress before the games.
Yeah,
and shit.
I don't understand fashion.
Yeah, I mean, apparently I don't either. Yeah. I mean, it's just like look like the biggest asshole you can, and
it's just stupid. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. It's beside the point.
Yeah. But that Nuggets-Clippers game last night was a real close one. Clippers took it 105-102. Kawhi went off. He's finally deciding, I guess, to play basketball again.
Well, it's because they forgot to recharge his batteries.
Yeah, they must have.
And now they just reversed him to play off Kawhi settings.
Yeah.
Because that guy's not human.
He dropped 39 points last night. He went 15-19 from the field.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Yeah.
What's the series now?
1-1.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kawhi has like all time like clips. I mean,
yeah.
You've seen he's like, bro, I'm a funny guy. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
He's like,
his laugh is is insane, dude.
When he like had the mic, he's like the center court. He's like, hey, get hype. It's like, that's just like a guy that just like, he's kind of like Jokic in the way of just like, dude, I just want to play ball.
I just want to play with my horses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jokic cracks me up.
Just so nonchalant.
It was crazy. After it was pretty cool, just the timing of it, and it was all by chance too. When me and AJ went to Toronto for Fish, I think that was 2019. It was the same year the Raptors won the championship,
Oh, no kidding.
and we weren't even thinking about it. Like, it just happened to be we were up there, and we were seeing all these fucking people in Raptors gear, just like decked out. I'm like, what is going on? And they had like road shutdown. We got to see the championship parade. It
Oh,
just
that's really
happened to be
cool.
rolling through the exact same day we were there. I'm like, dude, this is actually sick as hell.
That is actually awesome.
Yeah, it was cool as shit. Yeah, tonight though, we got Bucks Pacers. That's another good ass series. In all honesty, Pacers are a solid team. They really spread the ball around a lot. I think that's one thing that they don't get a lot of love because they don't have a superstar necessarily. I mean, Halliburton is fantastic, but like between the whole team, it's like everybody just drops like 15 points, 16 points, 14 points. Like they just spread it around so well.
It's a well-oiled machine.
It
As all
is.
teams should be.
Yeah, it truly is. So I mean, that's what I really like about the Pacers. And then yeah, you got Grizzlies Thunder again tonight, and Timberwolves Lakers again tonight with $50,000 missing out of Anthony Edwards' pocket.
Yes, R.I.P.
I'm sure
Very
he'll
tragic
be
for
okay.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably in shambles, just like how he paid like over $1 million up front for child support. Did you hear about that one?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
You
it was
informed
us.
me of that because I was like, what? And you're like, yeah, he just paid for the whole like 18 years up front.
He's just like, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Yeah. Anyways,
I think that I really didn't have anything else on the NBA.
no, I really didn't have much.
Well, I guess we could just jump back on on football really quick. Do you know what's going on with Shannon Sharp?
No,
You haven't seen anything on this?
no. I have seen stuff.
You've
but
been
I
starting to
just-
see him pop up on the timeline
Yeah,
on
but
the TL?
honestly, I kind of just scroll past it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, most of it because it's too many words. And I'm just like, Shannon Sharp. I'm like, it really doesn't interest me that much
So
enough to stop and read.
I believe he's facing a rape allegation.
That doesn't surprise me.
Apparently, he is 54 years old. He has been dating a 19-year-old, which, take it how you want it, whatever, each his own, right?
Yeah, I mean, like legally
Yeah, we
allowed, but morally weird.
Yes. Yeah, agreed. But like I seen it today. I listened to this video. It was an audio recording. Somehow TMZ got a hold of it from. Oh, they got a hold of it from this lawyer or whatever. He's talking on the phone to her. Shannon Sharp's talking on the phone to her, and he said something about you trying to being a manipulator. She's like, stop trying to manipulate me. And he goes, if you say that word one more time, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. It's like, dude, you're not making your case any better. It's so funny. Like, you gotta think you're getting recorded every time you talk to her now that this is like going on. I don't know. I guess I don't know when that happened.
Okay, so yeah, I'm looking right now.
This is like a big deal. Like a lot of fucking everyone's talking about it. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't really look into it much either. I caught like a glimpse of. I just found
These
out.
texts are pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, read them up. And see.
I don't know if I want to.
Why.
Pretty vulgar.
Oh.
Yeah. Might get flagged for this on YouTube. So.
What's his name again? Oh yeah,
Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp. I'm gonna look him up.
Yeah, they're a little something. They're a little crazy.
These are texts that were to her, I'm assuming.
Back and forth.
Are they
Very
like
sexual.
supposedly prior to whatever happened, or are they like, well, yeah,
They're
if
just
they're sexual, then they're probably not from after the fucking allegation came out.
Okay, so here's some breaking news about Tyreek Hill.
He beat another woman.
No. He was recorded holding his newborn baby while leaning over his 35th floor balcony after allegedly getting into a fight with his wife.
Oh, so he's going the Michael Jackson route now.
Yeah. Hill allegedly slammed his laptop down, grabbed the baby, and stormed out onto the balcony. There's like video footage. But then like he obviously holds the baby over and then turns around and walks back in. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. These people are weirdos. Yeah, those texts they're freaky, dude.
I know you miss this big juicy ass.
Yeah.
25K for each cheek. You guys got to look this up if you get a chance, you guys got to look this up.
Yeah, I would just look it up, but
look them up yourselves. I
it's
don't know if
I just don't want to get flagged on YouTube. So
what the fuck? God damn, dude.
yeah, it's
Easy to spit game to a 19-year-old though, I guess, when you're like 54 and worth fucking how many millions of dollars?
yeah, he's that makes sense. I saw CTESPN, aka Antonio Brown, say something about clowning him. Like I really didn't know. Like again, I didn't look into it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, he's talking shit on Shannon Sharp again. What's new?
Yeah, right. AB's just doing AB things.
Yeah,
That's so
just
funny.
another day at CTESPN.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's. I think I might have seen. He might have been the first one I seen talking about it. That's right, because it was a post. Yeah, something about like the relations in ESPN or some shit like that. And I was like, what is he talking about? And then it's been now over the last like day or two, just keep seeing more and more shit on it. And now for sure that we're talking about it, I'm sure it's all going to be in my timeline. But
100%, 100%. Let's see.
Dude, some of those are crazy.
ESPN and Fox Sports always. Oh wait, never mind.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Joy Taylor and Fox Sports scandal. Skip Bayless offering 1.5 for Coochie. Stephen A. domestic violence comments. Now Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
CTESPN is still the most trusted source in all of sports.
He's probably the most moral person out of the three other ones you just named, which is insane to think. Oh, that is.
Oh yeah,
that's classic, dude.
So he had okay, that's what it was. He had quote tweeted a post about Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp released a statement says all false. Sorry. AB says this N-word ain't slick, and then a rainbow emoji.
Oh my god, AB is
I
possibly one of the best Twitter follows.
The one yesterday was a Poly Market post, a bed slip. It's his N-word of the day. It said, "Will the next Pope be black?" Yes. Bet 1,000, win $9,000.
He's just a fool. I mean, just the shit he says is so funny. Legit, if you guys are on X, which you should be, and you should be following the Kindizer podcast on X.
At Kindizer Pod.
Yes. Also follow our individual accounts if you want the good stuff. But man, if you're not following AB on Twitter, follow AB on Twitter. It is absolutely worth it.
If you want, you don't have to look it up. You could just go into our page, and as you hit follow, you go to our following, and you would see.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it easy for you guys.
It's funny because I used to really not like him. Because
I loved him, then I started to hate him.
That's yeah. I mean, because of his antics, not
And then once he started posting on X, I'm like, okay, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
This is actually really funny.
Yeah, when he was. I mean, yeah, his tail end of his career was just.
I mean, the way
it was
he
just a black
ended
eye.
his own career.
Yeah, I mean that, but I mean when he went to the Raiders and then threatened to punch Mark Davis in the face, and then fucking
Freezer burned his feet.
Then he goes, and then walking off the fucking field at Tampa the way he did, it was just ugly, and I really hated his attitude.
Yeah,
and I'm like, this guy's just fucked up in the head.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah. And now he has fully redeemed himself in my eyes. He is.
The funniest part is sometimes he actually makes good points.
Yeah, 100%. That's yeah.
Dang, he actually kind of cooked.
Yeah, he kind of knows what he's talking about. But yeah, there was a couple things in the MLB world.
Yeah, let's jump on into it.
That like I said, nothing crazy. One thing that was nuts was in the Guardians and Pirates game the other day. My goodness. Emmanuel Valdez slid into third face first.
Oh, I seen that.
Slid into third face first. Destroyed his left shoulder. I almost said driver's side shoulder. I don't know why, but
for any European listeners or anyone, yes, he means the left.
Yeah, left.
Unless it's different there in your country too, and you guys are backwards with that too. I don't know.
But it was crazy. It was really bad. So he's safe at third, and he's laying on his chest, like just wincing in pain, and he lifts his hand off the bag like calling time, and Jose Ramirez tags him, and they fucking call him out, and they wouldn't reverse it.
Yep.
And that
But
was
they wouldn't review it or nothing.
yeah, that's just like disgusting. That
It truly is.
what kind of like this fucking guy shouldn't be umping games then. He should not be involved in umping games if that is his judgment call on that. Because that like the guy is clearly hurt. He's clearly hurt. And like the play's over. He was safe. Like, I mean, it was like a second and a half, 2 seconds after the tag was already placed. And Jose Ramirez backed up. Like, good on Jose for having the IQ to be like, oh, if he moves off this bag, I'm going to tag his ass.
Yeah.
Because you see that a lot nowadays. But that's just like such a bad call by that third base ump to like just terrible judgment.
100%.
That's really, really ugly looking.
Unacceptable, some might say.
Yeah, truly, truly unacceptable. I think he should lose his job.
I'd agree.
He should be doxxed. That was pretty well no, because Sunday. Yeah, Sunday was nuts, dude. The fucking Reds pieced up the Orioles 24-2.
Yeah, that was
It was insane.
the first time they've scored that many runs since like 1999.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
They used to have some battles back in the day with the Cubs too, like early on. Trying to think, there was something else that it was a bet that I had, dude. I had to fucking. It was Giants were playing the Angels, and I took the Giants were underdogs, which to me is absolutely absurd because the Angels are at that point I think were 8-10, maybe 8-10. And the Giants were 14-7. The Giants are really good so far this year. Like, really good. And they were like plus 115, plus 110 on the money line. I'm like, why the fuck would they be underdogs versus a shit-ass Angels team?
Yeah.
I'm like, something's fishy about this. I'm like, fuck it. So I threw money on the money line. Giants are winning 4-1 in the bottom of the ninth. Load the fucking bases. Just they get score run, and then I don't know who it was hit a fucking double, brought in the tying run, and then the Angels scored again and won it 5-4 in the ninth. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's a tragedy.
Yeah, it is a tragedy. It was very upsetting.
You need to watch Uncut Gems. Apparently, I don't know if that'll be like make you uncomfortable to the point to not gamble, but
yeah, I doubt it because I don't gamble. I don't pay money to somebody that's gonna break my legs if I lose all my money. So if I just lose my money, DraftKings ain't gonna come after me. I can only lose so much, right?
Until you have nothing left.
But you can't put anything else into DraftKings.
It is true.
That's the problem with a bookie. You're like, dude, just front me $2,000.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, just front me $2,000, dude. I'll get you.
It blows my mind thinking about that type of shit. Like people doing that. Like,
I agree.
I know someone who still uses a bookie. He like refuses to use sports books, and I'm like, how the fuck? I understand, I guess, like if that's the way you've been doing it forever, that's how you would kind of want to keep doing it. But
yeah, it was just like scary to a certain extent.
Yeah, like I mean, you have to have like really good self-control if you're going through a bookie and it's like that much of a like you have like that good of a relationship with them where you've been doing it for like years.
Yeah.
To like never get to the point where you're like, oh shit, I owe him $8,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Like it can spiral quick, dude.
Yeah, I think that's just like a world that I'd prefer to stay out of.
Yeah, that's a world I hope I never get into.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it on baseball. Nothing else really crazy happening.
We had let's just shift gears here then, because we were talking a little bit about it before we'd started recording. How much like I hate going to. So I'll start it off by saying, working at an auto shop for 6 years and like dealing with like parts stores and stuff like that. At least the ones locally around here, I have like found out who's pretty good and who's pretty not. Like the O'Reillys in Cherville was always really good. Like they were awesome. Like not the people up front, the guy in back who would like deal with like the shops.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. Like was a mechanic for a bunch of years. Like actually knows his stuff.
Yeah.
But then I would go in there and like talk to the people up front, And like I did that once, and I'm like, I can't deal with these people. So I go back to like, hey, like, is Mike working right now? He'd come up like, hey man, what's up? Like, what do you need? I'm like, I'm just looking for this. He's like, oh yeah, I got you. Because parts stores would, and again, it's no fault of their own. I understand. It's like, you know, yeah, awesome. You have a job, cool, good, awesome. But I feel like you gotta hire someone who, not just based off of the fact that like you know how to type on a keyboard. Yeah, it's like you're hired.
Yeah, it's definitely a fault of their own because
Yeah.
they're fucking stupid.
I mean, I get that, but it's like, dude, you gotta like, whoever's hiring needs to like really just look for like, do you have any sort of mechanical inclination? Like, do you know?
That should be a requirement.
Yeah, but again, it's truly just like, can you operate a keyboard?
Yeah, it's can you operate a keyboard and can you look up part numbers and can you match part numbers from the computer to the boxes in the back? And then they go, I don't think so. And they're like, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, it's
That's who works at part stores.
especially AutoZones. I want to start off with saying that
It's everywhere. It's like O'Reilly's and Cheryl. It's funny you said that, and that guy in the back is probably the guy I just dealt with recently. But when I went to get Stephanie's O2 sensor, I dealt with the one guy in there, and I got it. Came home that night, went to change it. An O2 sensor, for anyone who doesn't know, this should have taken like 10, 15 minutes tops. Like legit.
depending on the age of the car,
Age of the age of the car.
how rusty it is.
Massive deal. Age
Yeah.
of the car and also type of car, really, and which sensor it is, but whatever. It should have took like 10, 15 minutes. It took it was like 2 hours and I couldn't get it. Finally, once I got the new one and I tried to I screwed it in, tightened it down, go up top, put the clip together. It's the wrong connector. I'm like, it's the wrong fucking sensor. You've got to be kidding me. So now I'm waiting till the next day. So I had to actually take the new one out, put the old one back in, obviously, so she could drive home.
Yeah.
Next day I go into the parts store and it was a different guy. And he's like, whatever, long story, he takes it, he's like, oh yeah, this is the downstream one. I'm like, nice. Thanks a lot. He's like, you know who helped you? I'm like, I don't know. And he looks at the receipt, he goes, oh, that's the manager. I'm like, shows how much they vet these guys.
Nice.
Like, fucking way to go, idiot. You run the store and you don't know how to read a fucking part number off a computer screen.
Man. Yeah, it's
And I told that
It's
to
amazing.
Stephanie when we were doing it. I'm like, every time I have to, I'm like, I hate part stores. She's like, why? I'm like, because like either they're just dickheads and they don't help at all.
Yep.
And they're mostly all clueless. And then they also, most times, suck at their job and they grab you the wrong shit. And I actually am going through it right now because yesterday first I went to O'Reilly's and they didn't have fucking rotors for my car. They didn't have them. So I'm like, all
You would
right,
actually be surprised. That is actually a big deal.
what,
There's like a shortage.
of rotors?
Yeah, like they're like hard to come by apparently. I don't understand.
Really?
Yeah, unless
I've never had an issue with that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going based off of 3 years ago now or whatever.
Huh.
But yeah, like that was like a thing where it's like the prices of rotors went up and they're like harder to come by. Don't know why. Just want to throw that out there.
Interesting. Well, yeah, they didn't have them. He's like, well, I could have them here tomorrow. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking, I want them today.
Yeah, that's fair.
And yeah, so I had to buy rotors and pads, and then I had to I went to AutoZone to get them, and then I bought 2 ABS wheel speed sensors, and I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, I'm waiting for what's gonna be wrong. I've never gone to a parts store and been like, sweet, and like every single time, I'm like, something's gonna happen, something's gonna be wrong every time. It never fails.
Computer shows that we have it, but I'm not finding it.
Yeah.
That's like that's a classic.
That lady at AutoZone yesterday, she looked up the wheel speed sensors and it showed it was the same part number, same exact one, but it was in like 2 different spots on the screen. It showed like they had one and then it showed they had one again. And she's like, yeah, it looks like we have both of them. She's like, I don't know why it's showing up like that. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll take both. And she goes in the back and she grabs the one. And then she starts typing it up. I'm like, well, you going to grab the other one? She's like, oh, we don't have it. I'm like, what? You just said you have both. She's like, no, that's the other store has them. I'm like, okay. And also she told me too, which I knew was fucking wrong, but in my head, I didn't want to start shit. I just wanted to get in and get out.
Yeah.
She's like, which rotors you want? I'm like, just give me those ones. She's like, I'm like, I need the pads too. She's like, okay. She's like, well, it's when you get them for free when you buy the rotors. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you get the pads free. I'm like,
I don't
I
think
know
that's
that's not right, and I want to tell you you're an idiot right now, but I'm just gonna be like, okay. I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, of course they're not fucking free. They're $55. I'm like, yeah, they're not fucking free, dummy.
Wait, what?
It's just, it's
Well, AutoZone did used to have a thing where if you kept the old pads and like brought them in again,
yeah, like what is that called? Damn it! Like when
it
you bring a battery in or an
like a
alternator, core charge, yeah.
I think it was honestly just off like the warranty though,
Mm-hmm.
like because they would just like had like it was like a loophole with the warranty. You could just come in and be like, oh, I need new pads. Like they're like, okay, here you go.
Yeah, I've done that before. I actually, so man, it's funny. You go to AutoZone story, probably past the statute of limitations by now. Statute of limitations. Powers used to work at AutoZone, and I'm not gonna say which one, but yeah, I used to go there. Fucking, I did a brake job on my car. I just put the old rotor. He's like, dude, just throw the old rotors back in the box and shit. Just bring all the old shit back and just return it. I'm like, what? It's like free brake jobs and shit. And then, like when we worked, we used to go in there. He told me, he's like, they don't have any cameras. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, they don't have any. I'm like, that's crazy. So we went in there and he was working the one day. He's like, just grab whatever you want and fill up a basket. I'm like, okay, so I grabbed like $200+ worth of shit, just the like mother's wax, fucking everything, all sorts, brake fluid, shit I didn't even need. Like, go up to the counter and he's like, just scans one thing and then just that was it. Just charged me for whatever the $3 fucking thing of grease that I bought. He's like, yeah, dude, it's crazy. The other stories he has about that place are nuts. I'm not gonna go down that path without his
It's fine.
approval. I'm sure he wouldn't give a fuck anyways. But
one thing parts stores are good for though is like cleaning products, like car care products.
Absolutely,
they're awesome for that.
Yeah, there's a couple things that aren't like cleaning products. Obviously, like batteries, air filters, pretty solid.
Yeah.
Like the run of the mill shit.
If you want oil, go to Walmart. I'm just gonna say that right now. 5 quarts of like full synthetic like Penn's oil, $25.
Really?
$25.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn, really?
Yes.
I don't use Pennzoil.
Valvoline, whatever you want. Mobile One,
Yeah,
same thing.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's what my dad always used to go to Walmart for the oil and the filters.
Dude,
it's so much cheaper. I'm like, yeah.
Dude, I would go to a parts store. I'd spend like $35
mm-hmm. on
like 5 quarts of oil. I'm like, dang. Then I was like on the phone with one of my friends one day. I'm like, yeah, dude, I gotta do my oil change today. And then he's like, I gotta go to run to AutoZone right now. He's like, why are you going there? I'm like, what? He's like, dude, go to Walmart. I'm like, really? He's like, dude, I promise. He's like, it's way cheaper. I'm like walking there. I'm still on the phone with him. I'm like, holy crap, dude. I'm like, this is dirt cheap. I walk out of there paying $30, filter and oil. I'm like, and it's full synthetic.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, it does suck because my car calls for like synthetic blend, but whatever. It's well past warranty now, so I just put conventional in and I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, the car's at $135,000. Like, I don't care.
Damn. Yeah, the one problem with going to Walmart though is like, at least back in the day, it's so funny. Like we always used to just buy Fram oil filters, and then now I'm looking back, I'm like, I will never put another Fram oil filter on my fucking car
Fram
again.
Everyone's like, dude, Fram's the best.
It was.
It has the grip.
Yeah, exactly. It had that fucking grip on the bottom of it, dude. Those things were the shit, and they're like orange and blacks, cool colors.
Yeah.
Like it's Fram tough, It's like,
yep.
I think, dude, how did Ram not get sued from that? They just totally went and stole Fram's slogan, Ram tough. Fram tough. I think that was their slogan back in the day.
Thinking they can just take anyone's slogans.
Yeah, typical. But I've never Advanced Auto is probably the worst though.
You think so? I honestly think
I used to like it, but anymore the last 5-6 years probably that I've gone any fucking time, I can't stand dealing with the dickheads there.
That is one thing. Yeah, Advanced Auto, they're usually just like they're always kind of jerks.
Yeah, they're dicks, and then they're also very stupid. The last guy I dealt with pissed me off.
They always have like When no one else has anything, though, Advanced Auto always seems to have it.
I do agree, which is why I've still gone there throughout the last 5 or 6 years.
And they carry AC Delco, which is nice because obviously if you have a GM product, which is like all I've ever owned, AC Delco is factory.
Yeah.
So that's nice. But yeah, and they are a little pricier though.
Yeah, they can be.
They're on the pricier side with some things.
Yeah.
Also, people, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, when they want to sell you the stuff to put on your battery terminals, don't buy it.
Or your fucking don't buy the bulb grease.
Yeah.
When you go buy tail lights or
all that,
fucking anything, and they're like,
it's
you want
truly
the bulb
just
grease?
for corrosion. They're going to say because it conducts better. It's non-conductive at all. We actually just learned about that in my apprenticeship class. So you're welcome.
Really?
Yeah. My teacher, he's a huge gearhead, and we were talking about like conducive like oils and stuff like this in transformers on poles and stuff like that. Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, he's like, here's a little scam. The bulb grease they sell you, they'll tell you it's like, oh, it conducts better, it'll last longer. He's like, yeah, it's not conducive at all. He's like, it's just to prevent corrosion.
Yeah, I never knew that. I was just, but I mean, like I thought that it did make it. I mean, I guess that's going to be their argument for being more conducive is that it's not getting corroded.
Yeah.
But
no, it's not.
But I've never bought it once. I'm never going to. I'm not.
Well, most of the time they're just like, here you go. Here you go.
I've never had that happen. They always just.
Really?
I've never had them be like, oh, here's the. It's always like, do you want it? I'm like, fuck no.
Or when they sell you a battery and they're like, the stupid little cloth thing and the spray. It's like.
Yeah, the purple spray, right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's pretty useless. If you ever have like battery acid come up on your battery, for starters, your battery probably needs to be replaced at that point.
Yeah, it's cooked.
So like, but if it's like a newer battery and it happens, because it does happen. I mean, sometimes the seals, like I saw that all the time. Like, sometimes the seals are just weird. Just wash it off with water. Comes right off.
Yeah. Get a wire brush.
Yeah. Well, be careful with that though. Don't get it in your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. You get those
rinse
particles.
it off. Get it wet first, and then get a wire brush.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you're scared of getting shocked, it's 12 volts. You'll be fine. You'll be completely fine.
It'll scare you though.
It will. I mean, yeah. No matter what, it's just,
especially if you're wrenching on shit.
I did that once. I had a ratcheting wrench, and I had the two terminals. They're like side posts. And I was like going real fast, and I look away. It goes. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oops. I'm like, it was enough to make like a very, very weak weld. Like the ratchet was stuck there for a second. I'm like, oh god dang.
It happened in auto shop to Mr. Brannick. He was doing something. I forget what we were fucking with, and we were having trouble, and he came over, and or maybe he was just showing somebody something. I just happened to be standing there, and he fucking arced the battery to a box end wrench, and it actually like took a chunk out of it. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's real.
Of course, he just ate it though. He was just like, well,
you'll have that.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Quit playing with your dick.
Yeah, now that I see like actual like things happen like that,
yeah,
like, big power,
like real electricity.
It's actually kind of scary. It's actually really scary.
Hell yeah, it is. That's why I could never do be an electrician, because I'm like I trust myself.
Yeah,
but I still am just like,
I mean, nope. I still like it happened yesterday, but it's my fault. It's only 120, so it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's still 120, but it's like it won't kill you. It'll scare you, that's for sure. 277, that hurts. But I was like putting up a light like on the side of like a ticket booth. It's like a light, just like over a door.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to like rewire it, and I didn't shut off the rest of like the circuit. I'm like, it's all the way over there. Like I'm like, nah. And it was all good. And there was like one little sharp piece, like the sharp edge. I'm like, I'm like, man, I just gotta be careful. Like, it just scrapes perfectly. It just like pops. I'm like, oh, I'm like, god dang. I'm like, can you just shut it off? I'm like, I gotta strip this. I'm like, and the way I strip things, is like I have the strippers and like cut it and then push with the thumb.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I got hit before other times. It's just like muscle memory at this point. And so like sometimes I'll just like forget that something's hot, because you could like touch something hot with one thing, but obviously you can't complete the circuit.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh god, I'm like, that happened with 277 with the light. That actually hurt. It like went like started here, came out this finger.
You feel it
Yeah,
the entire way.
It actually hurt.
Yeah.
And then it happened again the same day, and I'm like, everyone's like, dude, you have to be careful. Like that will kill you.
Yeah, you
like,
can't keep doing that.
That'll mess up your heart like bad. Especially if you have a pacemaker, be very careful.
You just gotta just be at a height when you do it, and then fall from high enough. Because the guy I work with, his father-in-law worked with NIPSCO, and they were in a man lift, like I don't know how many feet in the air, working on like a power line, and he got zapped by a fucking power line and died, and fell out of the man lift, and actually was revived. Like his heart was started to get restarted by the jolt of him hitting the ground. And then he was shocked again. I want to say he said he like blew a fucking hole in his back, like out the side of him. Like,
yeah, that's where it exits.
Yeah, I mean, and he's still alive.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's no thank you.
Yeah,
like, no, just keep me away from that.
That happened one time, again, when I was working at the auto shop. It's like a distributor on top of like the racks. And he was like working on this one, the owner, because he wouldn't hire anyone to do anything. He'd do it himself. And like the cap was off of it, like this distributor. Like he would still use a lift because he would work on it before they open.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there, and like he just like rests his hand on it because we'd always rest our hand on top and just like hit the button. And like he rests his hand, you see like yelps, and then it exited out like down here, like by his waist. And he lifts his like shirt, and there's like a burn spot. It was like just the way it traveled.
Oh.
The path of least resistance. So it just went back into it. Yeah, it's like, I'm sure I've told this story before. It's just funny, just real quick. My very first day, like as an electrician, my very first day, we're working this school. Just started demoing it, like it's the first day on the job too. And my foreman, he's like, yeah, make sure you have your tick tracer and like test everything. I'm like, yeah, I have one. I didn't have one. So
that's always smart to lie on the very first day.
Oh, I didn't want to like look like an idiot. I'm like, yeah, definitely, because it was on the tool list. I just didn't go get it. Like they gave us like what you need. I'm like, oh yeah, I got it. He's like, all right. And then like I'm taking out an outlet, I like grab it on the side.
Oh my god,
that's what you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I grab it on the side. I'm like, oh god. I'm like, whoa. He's like, oh. He's like, I got to shut this circuit off. Don't do anything yet. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Like,
I used my tester. I already know.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's
I just
funny.
unscrewed it. But yeah, and like immediately after work, I like just called my buddy. I'm like, do you want to go to Home Depot tonight? I got my tick tracer. Also, though, don't trust that with your life. Like, do not get a meter if anyone is getting into that, because those are the way they work is they just like detect a magnetic field that's coming off of the wire, and they're extremely inaccurate. So
yeah, that sounds like it would be very inaccurate.
Yeah, it's like not something you want to depend on. Like if it's something a lot higher voltage, get a meter, test it, make sure it's dead, check everything. But if you are not familiar with that, you shouldn't be dealing with it in the first place. I'm just gonna say.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a valid point.
If your house catches on fire or something, just for starters. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Electrical fire. I'll just say that. And I've seen a lot of stuff, and I'm like, yeah, how is this like still standing? How is this okay? But
yeah, there's a lot of bad trade work out there.
For sure. I've seen a lot of stuff where I'm like, who did this?
I'm sure, yeah. My other uncle, I think he might still be he's in the electrician's union, but he's out in Illinois. And he's been doing that for fucking, I don't know, 35 years or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even imagine the fucking stories. Like, I've heard some of the stories. I don't remember any of them off the top of my head.
There's a lot of good stories, dude. That's one thing I love working around the old heads.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I just want to hear your stories, man.
That's my brother Ryan with working in the mill, dude. The stories that he
the
comes
mill
home
stories
with
are the
on
best.
Fucking, yeah, dude, they're hilarious.
Like, I work for a commercial company, but like whenever a mill guy would like come by, he's like, I just want to like
pick his brain,
a little faster pace, stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, I sit there. I'm like, dude, the story times are the best. I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. Especially when you get them drinking, then they'll talk about like stories that are like a lot more sketchy. Like, yeah, we should not have been doing this at all.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, but we were still doing it just to get it done.
Yeah.
It's like we didn't want to wait, so we just kind of just did. I'm like, that is insane.
Yeah, it's so funny. My my brother took it that, and like dude, the fights, like the arguments are the best, because it's like a bunch of all the old heads. It's like a bunch of old black dudes,
dude.
And my brother took a video of them fighting one day. I think it was him. Yeah, it was my brother took a video. Maybe another guy took a video or some shit, but he showed it to. He's like 2.5 minutes long of these two old black dudes just going at it. It's so fucking funny the way these guys talk to each other.
Their lingo is insane too. That's one of the funniest.
Yeah,
like, the phrases and stuff they say.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
like,
I mean. It's
dude, like
crazy.
what? Like what do you? Where do you come up with that, dude? Yeah, old heads are awesome. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the day where I'm like, when am I gonna start saying like just random stupid phrase, like funny phrases though? It's like super funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like, oh my god, when am I gonna start saying stuff like that?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I do. I think about that too because I try to like remember so many of them when I hear them, but I just fucking forget them all.
I'm like, I gotta start writing these down. They're so good.
Legit.
They're
I've thought the
so
same
good.
thing. I've thought the exact same thing. I'm like, I should maybe write some of these down because I got to use these on someone else. These are too funny.
Yeah, they'll just like say stuff. I'm like again, it's just like, what do you even mean by
Just
that?
off the cuff,
Yeah.
right off the top of the dome. It just like rip shit. They'll just shit on you in 2 seconds. It's like, how did he
Dude,
do
there was
that?
one. I was talking about watching Tombstone the other day. I finally watched it.
Mhm.
And after I watched the movie, I'm like, that's where he got that phrase from.
Oh,
Because I'm like, nice. I'm like, that was good. I forgot what I was doing, but old had like about to retire in like a couple weeks, and I was working with him, and I'm like, oh, should I just like go turn this on? I'm like, and then he's like, you'd be a daisy if you do. I'm like, what does that even mean?
yeah.
I'm like, what does that even mean? I'm like, okay, so I won't. I'm like, okay. And then watching Tombstone, because like when you're dead, you're pushing up daisies.
Yeah.
So you'd be a daisy if you do. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, you're gonna die, so don't do that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
It's just
at the moment in time, I'm like, what are you even talking about? Where do you come up with this stuff?
That's all it is. It's just life experience and seeing a bunch of fucking random ass movies and shit throughout your life. That's this guy that I work with too. He says stuff that's so like off the wall, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where did you get that from? He's like, oh, you've never seen this? I'm like, no, I've never seen that random movie from the fucking 50s.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, he just always says the craziest shit, and it's funny as hell. It
Dude, it's
always makes me
so
laugh,
funny.
but
Yeah, dude, hearing old heads go back, dude, especially the industrial guys are the best.
yes.
Because they've all just worked together for so long. They've been in like the worst conditions.
Yeah, that's what it is. They all just like hate where they're at so bad.
Yeah, but they're just like the best group of guys. Like they're all like good friends. Like it is so funny, just like the things they say. Like there is this old black guy, and then for that time was an older white guy. Good friends, super good friends, but they're like they had that relationship where they could say like racist things to one another.
Yeah,
So we're working at the solar farm, and the black guy would always like wear like 2 gold chains, and he'd always wear them out. You're not supposed to do that. Like, well, first of all, you're not supposed to have jewelry you can get caught, but also like gold and silver are the 2 like most conductive metals on Earth. But anyways, and obviously copper. He was talking about. He's like, oh, the guy's name was Tony Williams. And he's like, hey, Tony, we're far away from Gary. This is Wheatfield. We don't really like people like you, first of all. And then we don't like, showing out your jewelry like that. He's like, you shut the hell up, Cracker Jack. He's like, I'll walk out of this trailer right now. And we ain't getting nothing getting done today. But then they start laughing afterwards.
yeah, it's just casual back and forth for them.
Yeah, I'm just like, at first I'm like, what? I'm like, they about to fight? Because
Yeah.
I was like pretty new at the time. So I didn't know like, they were like that. I'm like, are these guys about to fight? I'm like, what is going on here? Well, y'all was really racist.
Yeah, that's the real world. It's funny because it's like it's not racist. It's just people talking shit. Like they're just fucking anything flies, and it's not. They know that they're not saying. Like obviously, I've worked with you for 40 years.
Yeah.
I don't hate you because your skin color. So
there's like truly like, there's a lot more. There's a lot of stuff that I can't say.
there is no
on
boundaries to what men
Yeah.
will say when they're talking shit to each other.
Yeah,
Truly.
like behind closed doors when it's just them, like the stuff that gets said, I'm like, that is not fit for any like public places. That is bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, I think I laugh and find it funny and stuff like that
It's hilarious.
because I know it's obviously in good fun. It's not like they don't actually hate each other. They're like the 2 closest friends. So, but yeah, thanks for coming to my TED Talk about locker room talk with old dudes.
Right, yeah. Yeah. I know. I wish I knew some like stories and shit. It'd funny to have like. Well, Ryan, if you're listening, throw a funny ass Mill story down in the comments, dude. I want to hear it. And a Don too, or anyone.
Dude,
Anyone's got a funny story, dude. Throw it down in the comments. I'm sure all you guys,
dude,
you're getting to be old heads now.
Yeah. Dylan, you've reached Unk status. I mean, you've been Unk the entire time, but you've now officially reached Unk status.
He is on Unk status, dude.
Injury stories too are always cool, but it's like, ugh.
Oh,
I'm gonna finish with this real quick because I do gotta get going soon. But I just want to throw this out there. My welding instructor, he was talking about. He was using this bender, and it's like a known like bender that you shouldn't be. You got to be very careful with. And he was in the mill, and his apprentice had to leave early, so he's like, "Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna finish this up real quick." Not supposed to do that. First of all, big no-no. You know, always have someone with you. We had knocked like three or six, I can't remember. He said of his teeth out because his piece of pipe shot up, hit him in the mouth, and he had to like have like reconstructive surgery on his face. And he's like sitting there. He's like was so in shock at first and didn't even realize that like his teeth were knocked out.
Yeah.
He's like so I like picked up all my tools and stuff. He's like, I got to go to the hospital. He said I needed a tissue because I'm bleeding. I didn't know the severity. So he like walks over to the office like because there's no one around, and the guy like. When he walks in, he's like, the guy's face was like, oh my God. So he's like, at that point, I knew it had to be pretty serious. He's like, I need a tissue. And the guy's like, hell no, you need an ambulance. He said, like, yeah, like his face from like right here all the way down to here was just like messed up bad. Yeah, like he like swallowed 2 teeth. The rest of them were like still in the mill somewhere. And
holy shit.
Because I knew like he had false teeth at first too. Cause I'm like, dude, like you're like ate up dirty. Like he's like one of those guys like he just always looks dirty. I'm like looking like you got really good teeth. And then he's like, yeah, you know, I got false teeth right here. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, I knew it, dude. I'm like, there's no way you're that old and your teeth look that good. I'm like, for as dirty as you are, you don't care about your appearance that much. There's no way your teeth would be that nice. I'm like, dude.
You look like too much of a piece of shit to have teeth that nice.
Yeah.
Something's not adding up here.
They were like perfect. I'm like, they kept looking. I'm like, dude, you got some like awesome teeth, dude.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, well, they're fake. He's like, it's actually really, I got really lucky. The hospital they took me to, this like the number 2 surgeon in the nation was out of that hospital. I'm like,
nice.
Oh, he's like, yeah, he did me pretty good. Can't even tell. And they grew out this beard. You can't see the scar right here.
Smart.
I'm like, oh, nice. Nice.
I'm sure my brother Ryan's got some crazy fucking stories. He runs the locomotive at the mill for like the iron ore and shit.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
he runs like the ore cars. I'm sure someone's I'm sure someone's gotten a fucking leg or an arm cut off under one of those things. I guarantee it, dude.
Yeah, dude. All the old dudes say or anyone really, they're just like, dude, it's the most dangerous place on earth. They're like,
yeah, it's a death trap.
Yeah.
I mean, you just being there and breathing in the air and the shit that's around there is just poisoning your fucking lungs. Like 24/7.
Everything is so slow paced because it's so dangerous.
Yeah, everything is so slow paced. It's also slow paced because the fucking working 12s and they sleep 7 of the hours, hang out, shoot the shit for the other 3 hours. Kind of like Powers.
Yeah, I mean, there's
kind of like working at Ford.
There definitely is a lot of that where I've seen and heard they're just like, I mean, I've seen a lot of them really good at their job, what they do. But yeah, they're just sitting there. They're just like,
there can be a lot of downtime.
Yeah, like we can't do nothing. I mean, we're waiting. I mean, like, we have to wait.
Yeah, that's true. It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, but yeah, if that's all you got, I'd say we could wrap this one up.
Yeah, we could end it off there.
All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that. A little off the beaten path. Kind of got away from sports. Not upset by it though at all. But yeah. Thank you guys for listening as always. Don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe. Follow on X, as Kyle mentioned earlier, as you should be. And that way you could also, again, find Antonio Brown's X page. But, again, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks.